Hello, my name is Lisa Bush, and I'd like to welcome you to the webinar where we're going to discuss eBill, which is emailing your utility bills. You can also do the same thing for your invoices. And then we'll also look at doing payments on your website, which is our ePay solution. And that works with all of our products where there's balances, such as utility bills, tax bills, invoices. You can do miscellaneous payments. So that's what I've got planned today. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at the agenda. The first part of the presentations, we're going to take a look at the e-billing solution. You can do eBill as a standalone. You don't have to do eBill and ePayment. So they could be separate or they can be together. So we'll take a look at, from a customer's perspective, how they get the bill, how they can view it, they can look at it. And then we'll take a look at what happens in the database, how easy it is to get it set up so that customers can register. You're not having to store email addresses, so we'll look at that. And then we'll look at ePay, and we'll take a look at how you can do payments on your website and how all of those payments are integrated to your existing system so you're not having to key those payments in. And at the very end, we'll just take a brief look at the pricing and how easy it is to implement this solution. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to bring up this is the main screen that you're going to see. First of all, let's take a look at some of the settings for eBill and how it works from your perspective, and then we'll take a look at being a customer and how it works. So a couple key things. Your process is going to be very similar. You're not going to have to do any extra work. The first thing I want to show you is where you'll be able to see in your existing utility database who signed up for an eBill. So I'm just going to find a customer and we'll take a look at their master record. So we'll take a look at Lucy. Now, if you notice down here, it says paper bill. So that's probably what you see today. And once you turn on the eBill solution, once your customers do sign up to get their bill emailed, it simply unchecks paper, and checks eBill, and the system will store the email address. You're not doing any extra work to key that in. That all happens from the website. So you'll know right here. There's also a report you can print so that you'll know at any point who has signed up to get their bills emailed. Now, the difference on your processing will be you'll go through your normal where you select, you calculate, you print your bills. The system knows right here on print bills, if you've got 50 customers that have signed up to get their bill emailed, we're not going to print those. You're not having to pull them out. The system automatically knows don't print those. And as soon as you hit post, we're going to upload all of those customers that signed up to get their bill delivered electronically to a website, and emails go out to all the customers that signed up so that they can immediately look at their bill. So before you've had a chance to, print, drop them in the mail, those customers can look at their bills. So from your perspective, it's very straightforward. The only other thing that you'll do, if you're currently not printing a PIN number on the bill, it's like I think it's a 6-digit number. It's one way that they actually sign up for the service. So it's a way to make sure that this is the customer, and that PIN is on the bill. It's pretty discreet, but they can find it and use that to set the service up. So it's just another way to identify that person. So from your perspective, pretty easy. Now, let's go and take a look at where you're going to, as if I'm a customer, and I'm going to take a look at signing up to get those bills and how that works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll bring this up, and in just a second, you're going to see this is the portal that you're going to have, and it's going to have your name, maybe your logo. Your customers are going to know when they come here, they're at your city's website. We're not merging you in with other municipalities or utility organizations. We actually put a link on your website that takes your customers to this portal. So they will actually register here. This is also where it will take them with the link that we provide in the email that happens automatically. So I'm one of your customers. I just got the email. I clicked on the link and I'm going to go ahead and sign in and I'm going to look at my bill. Now, because I'm a customer that did sign up to get an eBill, I can actually view my bills and I can pay my bills. As I said in the beginning, you don't have to do both. I will say most do, but if you want only eBill, you can do just eBill. Now, what's also nice is if you've got customers that have multiple accounts, think about those landlords, 10 different, bills you're sending them. In one portal, they can see all of their accounts. So in this situation, I've got two bills. I can pay it now or I can take a look at it. Now, in this situation, at this one account, I've only e-billed once, but if I've had 10, 20, you're going to be able to go back and look at all of those old bills. So let's take a look at this one that's $65. So when they look at it, it's essentially what you would have mailed them, but they're just getting it electronically and they can later go back and look at old bills. So if that's all they want to do, this is a perfect solution for customers that have signed up to be drafted because they're paying electronically. Let them get the bill electronically. So that would be a good target group to recruit to sign up for this service. So here we go. So now if I want to go back and look at the list, I can also, if I want to, I can pay it now. So now I'm switching from eBill because I've turned on the ability to do payments on the website. I'm going to make a payment right now. What's really nice is your organization can accept any credit card, but you get 100% of your amount due. And in this case, it's $65. And what you're doing is you're passing on those credit card charges to your customer, and it's calculated. So the higher the bill, the higher the convenience fee. And in this situation, it is 3% plus 35 cents. So it calculates it. Your customers have to accept it before they can go in and enter in their credit card information. So they're not going to complain that, hey, it just did it automatically. They can't go on until they say, yes, I agree. So what's really nice is these payments can happen on your website. And I'll show you in just a second how you can bring those payments directly into the utility billing system and also some other solutions. So this would be a scenario where I signed up to get my bill emailed. I want to pay it. Now, my guess is you're going to have customers that didn't sign up to get eBill, but they want to pay their credit card. Or maybe you did not even add that service eBill. You just want to do payments. You can do that as well. So I'm going to come back here. And when I come in this time, I'm going to say, I want to pay other items because my bill's not there to view. Now, if you notice, there's a lot of different things you can pay. So I could come down here and say, pay my water bill. You can define what that button says. Notice what the difference is. All the account information isn't there because it wasn't uploaded. So in this scenario, your customers need to know their account number, and they typically probably have their bill. And so they'll type in their account number. They're going to also type in how much do they want to pay. So they might even want to do a partial payment, or they may want to do an overpayment. We're going to apply it the same way as if you keyed in that payment. So I'm going to say they're going to do a $50 payment. And if you notice, it calculated that convenience fee. And if I say make payment, I still have to accept that and then enter in my credit card information. Now, the big difference with our ePay solution is your municipality is not the merchant. In this case, Central Square is, so you're able to say yes to credit cards, you're able to get all of your money and payments are integrated, and it's a secure website so that we're not storing credit card numbers, it's PCI compliant so that you're not, responsible for that. So we use PayPal as our back-end payment processor. So you're able to say yes, and you get the benefits of not having to key those in. Now, this solution also works with other things, like if you're using our property tax because there's a balance. If you're using our AR module, that invoice can be paid. So anything where there's a balance, or you can set up miscellaneous things where you just collect, you'll get a report, and then you'll update your system. So this solution is all encompassing so that you could take payments for any service, things that are integrated or things that you'll get a report and key it in, but your customers don't have to go to 3 or 4 different places. They can all go in one. So that's essentially how it works from a customer's perspective. Let's go back down to the software and take a look at how this works in the software itself. So if you do add ePay, notice down here, we're going to turn on a new menu option that says download payments from the internet. So what you would do essentially, it's like going out to the mailbox and looking for your checks. You run this process and it's going to grab all the payments that have happened on the website since the last time you ran the process, and we're going to create a batch of payments. So if it's $500, we'll post $500. Then typically twice a week we do the direct deposit, so you'll get a direct deposit that you'll be able to tie to the penny to this batch. So it'll be easy to reconcile because credit card fees aren't taken out. The $500 that you post will equal the $500 that you have as a direct deposit. So that's how that works. You're going to see the exact same menu option. Let's say if you have our AR module or our quartz module, each product where there's a balance, we turn on a separate option to download and post those payments. So they're going into the right place, like tax and quartz and utilities and AR, and they work like that. So it is tightly integrated. You're calling one number, and so that kind of gives you a feel how it works. The key thing is you need a website, and we give you a link either to do eBill only or eBill and ePay or ePay only, and they directly go to your website and then go to a portal that we support, and that's part of the services is maintaining that web portal for you. So we'll take a quick look at some of the pricing. And so on this, just so you know, on eBill, there is no license fee. So it's a service-based model. You're billed 8 cents for each customer that we upload to that website. We have reports. You're going to know how many each time. And remember, you're going to know in your asyst utility database how many have signed up. And then the license fee is $120 a year. And that's essentially for us to support it and to give you that website so that your customers can go there where we store their bills. So that's the eBill pricing model. On ePay, there is a license fee, and it's a one-time $295 and supports like $88 a year. But then your customers will pay the convenience fee. So it's one of those that you're passing it on to them. That's one model. We also have a different one where you absorb that fee, so that you want to encourage people to use credit cards. So either model, either you absorb it, which I would say a very small percentage of our customers do that model. 99 say, nope, let the customer, it's a convenience, and that's kind of a standard thing. And then it will calculate that 3% plus 35 cents per transaction. So that gives you a feel. So that gives you a quick overview of this solution. And if you'd like to learn more, or if you'd like a quote, feel free to reach out. Here's my contact information if you do have any questions. So thank you for your time today.